It's a dark, it's a dark and windy night in Jerusalem, and the state of Israel once again has no government. You guys are probably thinking, "What do you mean, Svi? What do you mean has no government?" Yair Lapid is about to be prime minister for 4 months. One second. What do you mean? I mean what I mean. The state of Israel has no government, ladies and gentlemen. The incapacitated, demented puppet in the White House is about to come visit Israel. And he's going to meet this, wannabe Arnold Schwarzenegger, retarded Disney prince named Yair Lapid. Chip off the old block of his father. Religion hater. Ally of Kastner or whatever. By the way, we have another person in the government. Merav Michaeli, she's the granddaughter of Kastner. If you guys don't know who Kastner is, read the book Perfidy. Or just look up who Kastner is. Yes, the dwarf. And so that's going to be for 4 months, my friends. That's what's going to be for 4 months in this country. And then we're going to have another election, either before the Hagim or after the Hagim. And a friend of mine just said, the month of Tammuz is Asap's time. And we're going through another cycle of, just more and more and more kind of what I like to call, just 1 second, guys. Okay. What I like to call messianic moments. I don't mean, when I say messianic, I'm not talking about the Jews who think that such and such is Mashiach. I'm talking about Mashiach moments that are like, hey, we're getting closer and closer, closer and closer. And if you guys think that Bibi's gonna be the ultimate solution to this whole thing, Bibi and Ben Gvir and the Haredim and I don't know who else. Bibi, Ben Gvir and the Haredim, basically. If you guys think that these guys are gonna be the solution to the whole thing, basically, 61 people that basically equate to one kahana. They're basically 61 people. They would be 61 people that would equate to what Rabbi Meir Kahana would do by himself. But not really, the Havdil, major Havdil. And if you think these people are the solution, you are sadly mistaken. Sadly, sadly, sadly mistaken. They're not. A friend of mine put it, the Israeli government is like Groundhog Day. You ever see the movie Groundhog Day? It's the same every day, nothing changes. Like, nothing changes, Yeah, they work to, what do? They reduced paperwork for people with businesses, small businesses. Meanwhile, my friend is still paying, what is it, like, something like $50 a month, or 100 shekels a month, something like that, just to keep his LLC here in Israel. That's how it works. Something like that, it's not a friendly environment for people who own businesses. This country, in this. I'm not talking about the land, guys. Just so you guys don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about the land. I'm talking about the government. And there was a gentleman who conflated, when I was criticizing the government, he thought that I was criticizing, he thought that I was one of the spies. And I said, no, I'm criticizing the government. Why? And why did he think that I was criticizing the land? Because he thinks the government is the land. He thinks that the government, he and a lot of people like this, a lot of the people in a particular camp, in the particular religious camp here in Israel, think that the government is kadosh. The fact that we have a government is something. Listen, you could say Rav Kook said back in the day that it's a sign that Mashiach is coming. That's for better or worse. But the government in and of itself is not kadosh. It's not holy. They think the government is kadosh. So whatever the government brings down, whatever edicts they bring down, must be good, must be from Hashem, must be kadosh. If they tell you to take a particular, the what, it's kadosh. It's good. It's a good thing. You have to say halal on it. I know a girl who said halal on it. If they cobble together some sort of coalition with this loser, two losers, and people who are like enemies who want to kill us, then that's kadosh. That in and of itself is kadosh, according to these people. Like, obviously it's absurd what I'm telling you guys, right? But this is how they think. This is their mindset. You can't criticize the government. You're like, you should leave. What did somebody say? I hope the land spits you out. No, that's nice. Very nice. This is a friend, supposed friend that told me this. That's nice friend, huh? With friends like this, who needs Ahmadinejad? Or the Ayatollah, right? Nice, amazing, fantastic. Very good. Shkoyach. My friend is writing, Ben Gvir is the one who knows that there are scarier things in the dark than the... Yeah, listen. Rabbi Kessin, in our last conversation back in March, it wasn't our last conversation, but in one of our conversations, told me that Gideon Sar basically exercises free will not to accept Bibi's offer. And at the end of the conversation, he goes, but watch this guy Ben Gvir. I'm just imitating Rabbi Kessin. Watch this guy Ben Gvir. Okay? And I said, yeah, he's not going to become prime minister. He's like, he's not. But what about the Ministry of Education? What about being a big player in the coalition, in Bibi's coalition? Okay? My friends, Hashem can do whatever he wants with whomever he wants, however he wants. And I'm sure Ben Gvir knows that he is just an instrument of Hashem. He knows it. For sure he knows it. Anyway, guys, it's late, and it's a Monday in Jerusalem, June, July, June 20th or 21st now. And, all the Jewish people have really, all the land of Israel has really, is Hashem. It doesn't have leaders. It doesn't have men. It's waiting for Mashiach. But other than that, it just has Hashem now. And that's the way Hashem wants it. That's basically the story, guys. Anything else, saying Hallel on this or Hallel on that is basically Avodah Zarah. It's idol worship. And the people who are unfortunately engaging in it some of them are quote unquote religious. People who go to Minyan way more than I do. People who learn Daf Yomi Excuse me. And other things way more than I do. But, you know, it ain't about that, right? As we understand. We understand that it's not about that. We understand that it's basically just about, do you put Hashem before everything else? That's the key to the whole equation, as my business partner likes to say. All right, guys. Keep hope alive, and let's, the words of Rabbi Kessin, let's see what happens. And by the way, guys, stay tuned, because Rabbi Kessin B'ezrat Hashem is landing in Israel tomorrow. And we'll see. We'll see what we can conjure up here. All right, guys. Laila Tov.